In years since St Kilda left Victoria Park as a winner, but yesterday one of the competition's biggest hoodoos ended with the suspended Lockett out of the St Kilda lineup. They came away with one of their most memorable victories, a result set up by a brilliant third quarter. And Simon, it must have been a moment to cherish out there for all St Kilda former players, all St Kilda fans, and I guess everyone apart from Collingwood supporters.
Yeah, certainly, very unbiasedly I say this too, Max, that 1976 was the last time St Kilda won out at Victoria Park, and yesterday they had a big build-up to it and they were the underdogs. Collingwood's season has been a good one so far, and St Kilda have had some question marks about them through the press, and they had a fantastic day yesterday. The commitment was magnificent. That man on screen, just kicking that goal, Gilbert McAdam, was magnificent that first half. 4 goals, he really set St Kilda alight, and Gavin Brown was trying to mark him, but he proved a little too elusive for him, and he was the one that really set up the game. Nathan Burke played a great game for St Kilda. A real highlight of the day was the running players all over the ground. It was a very quick game of football. Rocker started the game very well on Jamie Shanahan. He kicked too early, and then a very good move from Ken Sheldon, putting Danny Frawley back and Shanahan out onto Starcevic, and it really nullified Rocker then for the rest of the day. But all in all, St Kilda had to be very happy with what they did. They did everything right. There's a little incident with Danny Frawley and Michael Christian, and really that was two courageous men going hard at the ball, I thought. And Dean Anderson, a good day yesterday. Came over from Hawthorn this year and did very well. But St Kilda, they were pressured all day. Collingwood really hit back in that last term through Gavin Brown, a couple of quick goals, but they steadied again. And this goal from Nicky Winmar really set the crowd alight and set the game up. A very great victory for St Kilda out at Victoria Park.
So you disagree with the umpire that reported Frawley from 50 metres away, do you?
Yes.
Pardon, did you see it?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
So
He was there.
Pardon?
You had to see it if he was there, didn't you?
Well, the umpire was there.
That was the one that was just on screen.
That's the one.
And you reckon that wasn't warranted a report?
Not the way I saw it from my angle, Dermot, no.
Well, what do you reckon?
Well, I reckon I'd be hung out for 6 weeks already and I haven't even been to the tribunal if I had dealt that one.
Where did all the champagne come from so early, out on the ground?
No, that wasn't champagne. A couple of people mentioned that afterwards. That was just the water bottles. They were spraying the water bottles. So there was no champagne out there. When St Kilda won, they went over to their cheer squad area. Everyone thought, hang on, they're doing a lap of the Oval, which they didn't in any shape or form. They went over and basically thanked their supporters who were in a pretty large area of Victoria Park.
Winmar said to win out there, if you can win there, you can win a premiership. Are they that good?
It's a big statement.
It's a big statement, yes, but I think if they can get over the Collingwood hoodoo, basically, that have been there, and they are very difficult, as everyone knows, to beat at Victoria Park. So because they could do that, I think they think now it gives them the confidence that really they can do basically anything.
Well, now Lou didn't want to say this. I'll say, do you think the 5 days compared to 7 days was a difference between the Collingwood and St Kilda? They had a lot of great runners last week, and yesterday their runners seemed there was a lot of fumbling from both. From a lot of players in the Collingwood side. Do you think that's a big difference?
Well, I don't know how much of a difference it is. I mean, people train and they're professionals now, and I don't think excuses can be overly warranted the day after.
That's right.
And
they got to win
a win's a win, the game's a game, and you've got to play it as best you can.
I think it'd be fair to say that the mental edge wasn't there for Collingwood, but the man who set the Saints alight was Gilbert McAdam, and you caught up with him and his jubilant teammates after the match.
Gilbert, Victoria Park, bit of a hoodoo, but a great win today.
Oh, it was just magnificent. I've never been out here before. This is the first time I've ever seen the Oval, so I was just looking forward to it. Everyone's spoken about it, but geez, it was good to come off with a win.
And something you'll never forget?
I reckon this match is last year's finals. Just a great feeling, isn't it?
Now, last week, after you beat the Swans, it was basically pretty quiet when you came into the rooms, but tonight there was real adulation, so there must have been a big build-up during the week.
That's right. We really look forward to playing Collingwood, and they're a side that we've had some great duels over the last few years, and when we beat them, and especially out here, it feels really good.
Now the win's something to always cherish, but I mean your form fantastic out there today.
I was just happy to do the job. Plugger was out, and we all had to chip in, all the forward boys, and kick a couple, but I was just happy to get a few.
Was that noticeable talk before the game that you really knew you had to fill in for the big fella and had to do it yourselves?
Well, we just, I think every one of us knew it ourselves. We know that he kicked 8 last week, and you know, we just had to all chip in. Just, you know, we just knew that. And
Mate, where are you going tonight? Because I'm coming.
Well, no, I'll have to be a quiet night on it. See what happens.
Thanks, Gil.
Yes, the Nicky and Gilbert show out there. Fantastic performance by the two Aboriginal boys. And when we return, we'll look at those inconsistent cats. You are watching The Footy Show.